What's the crack, lads and ladies around the world? My name is Deebeegeek and welcome back to another video related to The Legend of Zelda. Now, as part of The Legend of Zelda's 35th year anniversary, I wanted to do something special, and that, of course, is checking out every single memory that you can find in the game of Breath of the Wild, except checking them all out chronologically, the way they were intended to be watched. So this is the first time we'll be doing this, so I hope you're all excited about it to celebrate this amazing anniversary. So if you are, make sure you do leave a like here on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it, and of course subscribe to the channel as well. And if you're unaware, this is being live streamed as we speak on Twitch at twitch.tv/Deebeegeek, so if you haven't followed over there, then you have missed out on the live stream experience of this amazing journey that we've been on. As you can see, I have every single memory here unlocked, including the DLC ones from the Champions Ballad. There should be 18 plus the extra Champions ones. There's 23 memories all together. I'm really excited about this, so let's just get started, lads, shall we? Right, so the first memory we're going to watch is Champion Revali's song. Zelda tracks down Rito warrior Revali and enlists him to pilot the divine beast Meadow. During their encounter, she witnesses an impressive display of his archery skills, as well as the hidden side of his personality that makes it all possible. Here we go. Whoa! You gotta love the artwork and the animation work that goes into this as well.
Not enough. I must stay in the eye of the whirlwind. Must push myself harder.
There she is.
You know, Your Highness, it's rude to eavesdrop.
The voice acting in this is superb.
My apologies. I went to the village and I was told I could find you here.
You have need of me to defeat Calamity Ganon. To slay the beast once and for all. It will be my great pleasure.
And the music as well.
Thank you, Revali. If we work together, I'm certain we'll be able to defeat...
However!
How dare he cut off the princess? This is pretty sick. Whoa! Now he's just showing off.
I know I play the biggest part in helping that... that little knight with the darkness-sealing sword, correct? Well, if he loses his confidence after seeing me in action, don't come crying to me.
Ravioli, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pasta Bird himself. Pretty epic memory, I have to admit. Love or hate Ravioli, he's a pretty cool character. Sorry, Revali, I know. I'm too used to calling him Ravioli. Like, I think you guys started it, but to be fair, It's just too similar to pasta. You just have to. So best pasta bird. Right, so next is my boy Daruk, the tank himself. The title of this memory, of course, is Champion Daruk's Song. This is obviously a part of the DLC memories as well. So, let's get into this. Zelda enlists Daruk, the mightiest Goron, to pilot the divine beast Val Rudania. Although he fearlessly fights off hordes of monsters with great courage, he has an unexpected weakness. Let's see my boy Daruk.
Count me in, tiny princess. I'm the fearless Daruk, after all. And if Hyrule needs my help, I'll gladly lay down my life.
Thank you, Daruk.
Not sure
I love the
if
music.
Calamity
I love the
or what,
music.
But I hear monsters have been attacking people more than ever lately. Times like these, you shouldn't leave the castle without a horde of mighty Gorons to watch your back.
You sound like Father. He's assigning a knight to watch over me wherever I go. I hear the top contender is the most accomplished swordsman in all of Hyrule.
Huh? That could only be... Huh? What the... They really are all over the place these days.
The Boko Brothers Association!
Is someone being attacked? Cowards! Wait here, princess.
Look at him go! Whoa! Love it.
Finally, little cuckoos! No monster stands a chance when fighting me, the almighty Daruk.
What a badass.
Oh! You're safe.
Get ready for it. George! It's George, man.
It seems our friend here was the one being attacked. Precious boy. You saved his life.
Oh, it's George, man. Daruk is afraid of George. George's obviously ancestor, but still George.
Well,
I think that's just amazing that they put George the dog in there.
Good riddance, and stay safe. I'm sorry you had to see that side of me. As a kid, dogs always chased me. I still panic when I see one of those critters.
I never imagined the great Daruk would have a weakness.
So tell me, princess,
Yes?
Calamity Ganon isn't, some kind of a dog monster, is he?
I love that. So good. Do you know what? You know, just looking at, playing Breath of the Wild and being somewhat introduced to the series, it's got so much potential for not just video games, but like movie quality stuff. I know there was rumors of a series coming to Netflix, and I think there may have been a cancellation or something happening there, which is a shame. But the amount of lore and the amount of characters and different races that are in The Legend of Zelda is something that you don't see from everything. It's not something that you see too commonly anywhere else. And what I like to see from The Legend of Zelda is a trilogy of movies, similar quality and production value to that of The Lord of the Ring, because you have the races, you have the Gorons, you have the Gerudos, you have the Hylians. There's so many different races that you can do, and you can gather them all and all this stuff, and like do a similar kind of thing that they've done with the Lord of the Rings movies. It's just, it definitely has that potential. Now, whether or not somebody's going to take the helm of actually taking on such a big project, I'm just saying it has a huge potential. The market is there, the fan base is there, the community is there. Make it happen. Make it happen. Because if it's done right, it could be incredibly successful. So the first two memories that we checked out here today, of course, is my boy Ravioli. Ravioli was first. We got my boy Ravioli, and then of course Daruk. So we had those two at the start of our stream. So now we're going to check out Mipha. So the next one then is Champion Mipha's song. Zelda visits the Zora princess, Mipha, and enlists her to pilot the divine beast Va Ruta. While teaching her brother Sidon to swim up waterfalls, Mipha entrusts him with the duty of the Zora royal family, displaying her dedication as both princess and sister. This is one of my favorite memories. Here we go.
So, Princess, may I ask who the other chosen champions are?
Goron Vigilance, Daruk. Rito Confidence, Revali. Gerudo Spirit, Urbosa. And also, the Hylian with the sword that seals the darkness. Link.
Oh,
You see, we read the diary, Mipha's diary already, so this means more now watching it the second time.
Sidon, hurry and swim up here.
Mipha. Perhaps he is still too young to swim up this big waterfall.
One day, Princess, I must leave him to face my fate with Ruta.
Oh. Here she goes! Baby Sidon, ladies and gentlemen. Baby Sidon.
Join me.
Look at his little rosy cheeks.
We'll go together so you can get a feel for it. Let's go.
I love that you can see the shrine at the end of that waterfall. Woo!
Sweet Sidon, should fate ever part us, I'm counting on you to protect our beloved home from harm. Understood? I believe in you. Now, shall we try one more time?
There's the big smile. There it is. Incredible. Love it. One of my favorite memories that we had found on our Breath of the Wild journey. Mipha herself, ladies and gentlemen. Little Mipha. What a great character. And it's so weird because obviously when I started my Breath of the Wild journey, there was so much that I needed to learn and there was so much that I was taking in. And these characters meant nothing to me at the start of my journey. Like, they were just new characters to me and I didn't know much about them. I wasn't attached to them in any way. But now, this much in, you know, and how far we've come, these characters mean so much to me now. It's actually crazy and I love it. Let's keep going. So next on our list is Champion Urbosa's song. Now, I know there's a lot of Urbosa's fans out there, so this one's for you. Zelda entreats Urbosa, the Gerudo chief, to pilot the divine beast Va Naboris. After Urbosa formally accepts, the two companions take a nighttime stroll in the desert, and Urbosa shares cherished memories of their shared past. Here we go.
Princess of Hyrule, I accept your proposition without hesitation. Not only are they planning to resurrect Calamity Ganon, it seems the Yiga clan is also after our treasured heirloom.
The Thunder Helm.
You have my word. I won't rest until the Calamity falls.
Gerudo Chief Urbosa. On behalf of Hyrule and its king, I thank you. I've never seen you so serious, Urbosa.
Oh my. I can't say the same. 10 years ago, you rarely smiled, my little bird.
Urbosa, I feel like you've called me Little Bird before. I was wondering where you got that name from. Huh?
She just knew.
Halt and face me.
Instinct kicked in right at that moment.
Unlike you traitors, I prefer to fight my enemies head on. Do your worst.
Here we go. Oh, the parry. Amazing. Amazing.
Out of respect for our princess, you may keep your lives. Now go! You asked me why I call you Little Bird.
Huh?
When you were but a small child, my dear friend called you that with the sweetest smile that ever graced our land of Hyrule.
You mean Mother?
It was 10 long years ago. Your mother had just left this world, yet her little bird still spread her wings and became the beacon of light Hyrule needed. Sometimes I forget myself and get lost in the past.
There it is. That was the 4 champions. That was my girl, the queen herself, ladies and gents, Urbosa. What a really cool character. You know, being introduced to these characters, just really, you know, it's something else. And I love the fact that they're all so unique and have their own big personalities. Such a fantastic character to be introduced to the world of the Legend of Zelda series. So that was the 4 champions. But that's not over when it comes to our champions and the Champion Ballad memories. We now have the Champions Ballad. This is the 5th and final memory, which you may have seen my first initial reaction to in the last video that I uploaded onto YouTube. So let's check it out. Alright, so Link, Mipha, Daruk, Revali, and Urbosa are called to Hyrule Castle and formally appointed as champions by the king. After the ceremony, they congregate at the castle's garden where Mipha asks Zelda for a favor, to use the Sheikah Slate's camera for a special picture. Now, if you haven't got your tissues ready, I'd get your tissues ready now, okay? Because this is an emotional one, okay? Because we just know the fate of the champions and what had happened to them. So, here we go.
Welcome, warriors. I'd like to thank you for joining me here today, and for your bravery in accepting this fateful task. I officially appoint you Hyrule's champions, and bestow upon you this sacred garb. That blue is a symbol of the royal family.
Mipha.
One that has been passed down for countless generations. Those garments you now wear were all crafted by my daughter, Zelda. Zelda, I trust you with the task only a daughter of the royal family can fulfill. Lead our champions, princess, and together, protect our kingdom from the threat of Calamity Ganon.
Hyrule Castle is something else.
tell you, those formal shindigs really take it out of me.
This is the Sheikah slate, eh?
iPhone.
It is. Apparently, there are more uses for it than we originally thought. Sadly, we've yet to decipher all of its secrets.
The princess showed me something strange recently. Somehow it can create true-to-life images.
Wow. I would love to see it.
Aww. She's so little as well, isn't she? Aw.
May I ask a special favor of you?
There he is.
All right, this spot should work nicely. Keep your eyes on the Sheikah slate, everyone. Daruk, can you crouch down a bit? You're as big as Death Mountain.
Look at Mipha. She's so nervous.
What's with the glum face, princess? Give me a big smile.
It's so perfect.
Revali, move your tail closer to the group.
Fine.
Mipha, you look so tense. Deep breaths, okay?
She's so nervous. Oh.
Stay just like that. Here we go. Smile. Click, snap.
There they are. The champions of Hyrule. Together in one picture. Oh. The reason why we're doing this all today, lads. There you go. That was all 5 of the Champion Ballad memories. The introduction to the champions, being enrolled and enlisted in the champions, part of the champions for Zelda and Hyrule. Absolutely incredible. Really love that. That was fantastic. So now we're on to the memories that we had found on our journey in Breath of the Wild. The first one is Subdued Ceremony. Link is chosen to be the appointed knight to Zelda, princess of the royal family of Hyrule. Zelda does her best to facilitate the fabled ceremony of legend, as suggested by Daruk, but her own insecurities are laid bare. The princess herself, Zelda, she's the one responsible for recruiting this team of champions. You know, you can call her the Nick Fury of Hyrule. Forming an elite team of heroes. You know, it's something else. I really love it. I love Zelda's character in this. I think she's so sweet and so caring and a true leader. So let's watch this then. Subdued Ceremony, recovered memory number 1.
Hero of Hyrule, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. You have shown unflinching bravery and skill in the face of darkness and adversity, and have proven yourself worthy of the blessings of the goddess Hylia.
Oh my god, from reading the diary, just seeing Mipha's facial expression.
In the glowing embers of twilight, the sacred blade is forever bound to the soul of the hero. We pray for your protection, and we hope that the two of you will grow stronger together as one. Forged in the long distant past, the sword
Gee, this is uplifting. She's making it sound like we already lost.
Wasn't this your idea? You're the one who wanted to designate the appointed knight with all the ceremonial pomp, grandeur, and nonsense we could muster. And if you ask me, the whole thing does seem to be overkill. I think I'm on the same page as the princess regarding this boy.
It's nothing to do with Link.
Rest. That boy is a living reminder of her own failures. Well, at least that's how the princess sees him.
Zelda's diary. I need to read Zelda's diary. There's so much information there that I need to understand. Now we're on Revali's flap. Revali, champion of Rito, openly expresses his opposition to supporting Link. He confronts Link in Rito Village, but to what end? So let's get started. Here he is. Past the bird.
Impressive, I know. Very few can achieve a mastery of the sky. Yet I have made an art of creating an updraft that allows me to soar. It's considered to be quite the masterpiece of aerial techniques, even among the Rito. With proper utilization of my superior skills, I see no reason why we couldn't easily dispense with Ganon. Now then, my ability to explore the firmament is certainly of note. But let's not, pardon me for being so blunt, let's not forget the fact that I am the most skilled archer of all the Rito. Yet despite these truths, it seems that I've been tapped to merely assist you. All because you happen to have that little darkness-sealing sword on your back. I mean, it's just asinine. Unless you think you can prove me wrong, maybe we should just settle this one-on-one. But where? Oh, I know. How about up there? Oh, you must pardon me. I forgot you have no way of making it up to that divine beast on your own. Good luck sealing the darkness!
Good old Ravioli. The overconfident bird himself. The pasta bird. So, what's next? Resolve and grief. Zelda and Link head to Goron City to make an adjustment to the divine beast there. Zelda expresses her commitment to researching the ancient technology and still struggles with her own quiet anguish. Here we go.
From here, we'll make our way to Goron City. Then, we'll need some adjustments on that divine beast so Daruk can manage it as easily as possible. He's figured out how to get it to move. However, it's apparent that we still have much more to learn. But to think that divine beast was actually built by people. That means we should be able to understand how it works and how to use it to our advantage. These divine beasts. So much we don't know. But if we want to turn back Calamity Ganon, they're our best hope. Tell me the truth. How proficient are you right now wielding that sword on your back? Legend says that an ancient voice resonates inside it. Can you hear it yet, hero?
I know there's an incredible amount of significance to that there's a voice in the sword, and I know it has something to do with another game, a previous title from another hero from another time. Now, that's for me to find out still, because I am not there on my Zelda journey, but I look forward to it. I really do. Anyway, let's keep moving. Daruk's Mettle. Goron champion Daruk is training with his divine beast on Death Mountain. But when he feels the ground rumble, he protects himself and Link from a landslide of boulders, and wonders whether the strange event was natural.
Yeah! I think I'm finally getting the hang of controlling this divine beast. I tell you what, sure is a blast piloting a toy like this around. Let those other champions know. They better eat their gravel if they want to keep up with Daruk. Speaking of which, can you believe this view? Just look at all those delectable rocks sprinkled on those mountains.
Love Death Mountain. I love all of the areas of Hyrule.
I may not know a whole lot about this Calamity Ganon thing, But mark my words, I'll protect this land of ours to the death. Right, little guy?
Ow!
Hey,
That would
by the
hurt
way,
so much, man.
Congrats on becoming the princess's appointed knight. That's a really big deal, protecting the king's daughter. No pressure. Seriously, though, the princess is a strong personality. So strong, she can't quite see the range for the peaks. Remember that, and you'll be fine. Huh? What the? All right. So what was I saying? That was a little strange. As far as I know, Death Mountain has been quiet for decades. But if the mountain is shivering enough to send down a bunch of boulders that size, then never mind. Forget I said anything.
Interesting. Yeah, that definitely caught Daruk's attention. That was not normal at all. So something triggered that. So now we're on Memory 5, ladies and gents. So, Zelda continues her research on the shrines, but her repressed frustration builds as she is denied entry. When Link appears, Zelda loses control and is overcome by her anger. I quite like this one. So let's have a watch of this, lads. Here we go.
Nothing. Just as I thought. It appears that this structure was designed to be exclusively accessed by the sword's chosen one. But designs can always be worked around. At least I hope. How do I get inside? I need to activate it somehow.
Here he is. Her face. Come here!
I thought I made it clear that I'm not in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders. Return to the castle and tell that to my father, please.
Excuse me, princess.
And stop following me!
She clearly said, I don't need an escort. Here's Link. Just trotting behind her. Alright, so. Next on our list is Urbosa's Hand. Link is called to the Gerudo Desert by Urbosa. There he sees Zelda, exhausted and asleep. Urbosa opens up about her concern for Zelda and reminds Link that it is a warrior's honor to protect a member of the royal family.
Ah, well, you certainly got here fast. I should have expected as much, from the princess's own appointed knight. She was out on a survey all day today. Still as the sands now. So, spill it, boy. Have the two of you been getting along all right? It's okay, I know. Your silence speaks volumes. She gets frustrated every time she looks up and sees you carrying that sword on your back. It makes her feel like a failure when it comes to her own destiny. Don't worry, it's not like you carry blame in any of this. It's unfortunate. She's put in more than enough time. Ever since she was a young girl, she's gone through rigorous daily routines to show her dedication. She once passed out in the freezing waters trying to access this sealing power. And she has nothing to show for it. That's the motivation driving her research. I'd be doing the same thing. She really is quite special. You be sure to protect her with your life. It's quite the honor.
Oh, he does.
The night brings a chill. It's probably time we take her in. Or...
Urbosa! What was that? Did you feel that? Wait, what? How did you... What are you doing here? What's so funny?
Imagine being woken up like that. Fucking hell, I shit me pants. Now we're getting into some really interesting memories now, lads, okay? So this is Blades of the Yiga. Zelda is attacked by members of the Yiga clan. She attempts to escape, but to no avail. At the last moment, Link appears and saves her. Now this is one of the most badass memories. So strap yourselves in for this one, lads. This is a good one. Yes! What a save. What a save. What a save. Can we get some GGs for Link in the chat, please? God, I'm actually... I knew I was going to enjoy this, but I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I thought. Rewatching these again because they just hold so much more meaning now, considering how far we've come in the story. But anyway, I think it's essential for anybody that plays Breath of the Wild to rewatch these in the order that I'm watching them in now, because it just packs so much more meaning. Anyway, now we have the Premonition. This is recovered memory number 8. Zelda explains to Link that in order to properly fulfill his role, he needs to exercise caution. She then expresses her unease about the growing numbers and types of monsters that have been seen recently in Hyrule. This is a good one. This is a good one. Here we go.
That cut doesn't look too bad, actually.
Look at that.
You're fine for now.
1.
But you know, there's a fine
2.
line between courage and recklessness. As brave as you are, that does not make you immortal. It seems that not only is the frequency of these
3.
types of attacks on the rise, but the scale of beasts we are facing is intensifying as well.
There's like 3 or 4 silver Lionels there.
I fear that this is an omen which portends the return of Calamity Ganon. And if that's the case, I'm ready to expect the worst. We'll need to make preparations as soon as possible.
Just seeing what Link was able to do and how skilled Link was. So cool! Like, so cool! Alright, so next, Silent Princess. Now, I know this one is a personal favorite for a lot of you out there as well. This is Zelda shows Link some of the rare types of wildlife in Hyrule. She explains her admiration for a flower called the Silent Princess. She also catches something unexpected and inspiring. So, let's have a look at this one.
There's one. Oh, and another. The flowers we have in Hyrule aren't just beautiful. They're also quite useful as ingredients for a variety of things. here is called the Silent Princess. It's a rare, endangered species. Despite our efforts, we can't get them to grow domestically yet. The princess can only thrive out here, in the wild. All that we can hope is that the species will be strong enough to prosper on its own. Is that what I think it is? Look at this. I don't believe it, but I actually caught one. This delicacy is known to have very, very potent effects under the proper circumstances. Ta-da! Research from the castle shows ingesting one of these can actually augment certain abilities. We wouldn't be in a controlled environment out here, but with your level of physical fitness, you'd be a perfect candidate for the study. Go on. Taste it.
You'd be a perfect candidate for the study. Just eat the frog and see what happens. You can be my lab rat. Now that is actually a very good memory, and I know there's a lot of you that like that memory for a particular reason, and I see you all out there. Don't you think I don't know? Okay, but it was a great memory. I love it when you see those two together, and you know, obviously seeing Zelda smile when she's with Link is nice to see as well. So now we have Mipha's touch. So I know there's a lot of you out there that absolutely adore Mipha's character. So we have another Mipha memory here. So again, get your tissues ready for this one. Mipha quietly expresses her concern for Link while tending to his wounds atop the divine beast. She reassures Link that he can count on her in the upcoming trials ahead. So here we go, Mipha's touch. This is going to mean so much more to me now.
I was thinking, this reminds me of the time we first met. You were just a reckless child, always getting yourself hurt at every turn. Every time, I would heal you, just as I'm doing right now. I thought it was funny how, being a Hylian, you looked grown up so much faster than I did. I was always willing to heal your wounds, even back then.
Aww.
So if this Calamity Ganon does in fact return, what can we really do? We just don't seem to know much about what we'll be up against. But know this, that no matter how difficult this battle might get, if anyone ever tries to do you harm, then I will heal you. No matter when or how bad the wound, I hope you know that I will always protect you.
Aww.
Once this whole thing is over, maybe things can go back to how they used to be when we were young. You know, perhaps we could spend some time together.
Oh, she never got to, and that's why it's so sad watching that. The first time I watched that, I didn't really truly understand the importance of that conversation and the importance of that relationship. Now that I do, that hits a million times harder. Oh my god. Shelter from the storm. This is recovered memory 11. While Zelda and Link seek refuge from the rain beneath a tree, she opens up to Link about her own doubts and the choices she has made. Here we go. Watching these again is also going to make the diary entries way more interesting.
I doubt this will let up anytime soon.
Link's like,
Your path
she's got to
seems
check
mirror
out my
your
moves.
father's. You've dedicated yourself to becoming a knight as well. Your commitment to the training necessary to fulfill your goal is really quite admirable.
Link's like, yes, she's
I
impressed.
see now why you would be the chosen one. What if one day you realized that you just weren't meant to be a fighter? Yet the only thing people ever said was that you were born into a family of the Royal Guard, and so no matter what you thought, you had to become a knight. If that was the only thing you were ever told, I wonder then, would you have chosen a different path?
Aww. Now, we are on recovered memory number 12. Zelda gleefully watches the experiments with the Guardians at Hyrule Castle, but her demeanor changes quickly with the entrance of her father, King Rhoam. Here we go. This one had taken me by surprise as well when I first watched this.
Incredible. We're at a point now where we can actually control them. At the current rate, we'll soon know all we need to know about the Guardians and the Divine Beasts. And should Ganon ever show itself again, we'll be well positioned to defend ourselves.
What are you doing out here, Zelda?
Here he comes. The music.
I was assessing the results of the experiment with the Guardians. These pieces of ancient technology could be quite useful against them.
I know that. They are essential to Hyrule's future, and our research demands that we keep a close eye on them. However, as the princess, you currently have a crucial unfulfilled responsibility to your kingdom. Let me ask you once more, when will you stop treating this as some sort of childish game?
I'm doing everything I can. I'll have you know that I just recently returned from the Spring of Courage, where I offered every ounce of my prayers to the goddess.
And now you are here wasting your time. You need to be dedicating every moment you have to your training. You must be single-minded in unlocking the power that will seal Calamity Ganon away.
I already am.
She's doing her best.
You see, there's nothing more I can do. My hope is that you'll allow me to contribute here in whatever way I can.
No more excuses, Zelda. Stop running away from your duty. As the king, I forbid you to have anything to do with these machines from this moment on.
The amount of time
I demand you to
and
focus on your
research
training.
she has put into this, and then he's just going to take it
how
all
the
away from her.
Gossip refer to you. They are out there at this moment, whispering amongst themselves that you are the heir to a throne of nothing. Nothing but failure. It is woven into your destiny that you prove them wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
But the king has his reasons as well for acting in that kind of way towards Zelda. But Zelda has done her very best to unlock this hidden power that's within her. But it just seems that the king just doesn't fully understand or just doesn't want to accept that as enough. It's pretty heartbreaking stuff, the amount of pressure that Zelda has been under. And the amount of work that she had to do. Anyway, Slumbering Power is our 13th memory. Zelda engages in a sacred ritual at the Spring of Power in hopes of awakening her sealing power. But she is overcome with the frustration and seeming futility of her dedication. So, Urbosa did say that, you know, she was in the water trying to unlock this power, and, you know, she almost, well, she probably almost killed herself in the process from trying way too hard. But anyway, let's have a watch of this.
I come seeking help regarding this power that has been handed down over time. Prayer will awaken my power to seal Ganon away. Or so I've been told all my life. And yet, Grandmother heard them. The voices from the spirit realm. And Mother said her own power would develop within me. But I don't hear or feel anything.
Because you're not there yet.
Father has told me time and time again. He always says, Quit wasting your time playing at being a scholar. Curse you. I've spent every day of my life dedicated to praying. I've pleaded to the spirits tied to the ancient gods. And still the holy powers have proven deaf to my devotion. Please, just tell me. What is it? What's wrong with me?
Poor girl doesn't understand why she hasn't tapped into that power yet. But I just don't think it was the time. Now we're to Mount Lanayru. Upon returning from a field survey, Zelda shows Link Mount Lanayru. Towering in the distance, Zelda commits to going to the mountain to initiate the sacred rites that may awaken her hidden power there. Here we go.
Be sure to take the time to soothe your mount. That's the only way it will know how you truly feel. Your advice was quite helpful, thank you. And this little one and I are getting along quite well now. At first, I wasn't sure if I should outfit him with all of the royal gear. I thought maybe he should have to earn it first. But it works. He wears it like a true natural. I'm trying to be a bit more empathetic. Benefit of the doubt, you know?
I must revisit that area as one of the things that we do
mountain?
In this stream today.
That's Mount Lanayru. It takes its name from the goddess of wisdom. Lanayru's decree is very specific. It says no one is allowed under the age of 17. For only the wise are permitted a place upon the mountain. I've prayed at the Spring of Courage and at the Spring of Power, yet neither awoke anything inside me. But maybe up there. Perhaps the Spring of Wisdom, the final of the three, will be the one. To be honest, I have no real reason to think that will be the case. But there's always the chance that the next moment will change everything. Tomorrow is my 17th birthday. So then I shall go and make my way up the mountain.
On her 17th birthday. It's just watching these again, man. It's a different level of meaning now. It is actually crazy because when you're first playing this game for your first time, when you're especially like for me, the characters of The Legend of Zelda is all new. Like it was all new to me, and I was going into Breath of the Wild as somebody that's never played a Zelda game before. This was my first Zelda game, so these characters didn't mean a whole lot to me. Obviously, if you played games before, you know the characters from the past that are same names but different people. In this game, they're going to have so much more meaning to you. The story, Hyrule, everything in Hyrule, all this stuff, all of the references and stuff, they have so much meaning to you. But even at that, even if you are somebody that had came from the Legend of Zelda franchise, you know a lot about games and the lore and stuff, even rewatching these again, it just hits so much harder and there's just so much more meaning to it. And I love that. And I'm so happy we decided to do this today as well, a part of our celebrations. Now, this is Recovered Memory number 15, Return of Calamity Ganon. Zelda's efforts at the Spring of Wisdom on Mount Lanayru bear no fruit, so nothing happened, even after that. Like, that was her last hope. Upon completing her descent down the mountain, she and the champions witnessed the awakening of Ganon. This is where it gets really important now, lads. Here we go. The look of disappointment. She looks so defeated.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
Nothing.
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lanayru. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you... Well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
Revali was the first to witness. Calamity Ganon.
It's here.
This is it then.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
No. I'm not a child anymore. I may not be much use on the battlefield. But there must be something I can do to help.
That just created so much suspense and excitement for me on a different level. Like, oh my god. That is incredible, dude. And it was interesting, Mipha was about to tell Zelda something really important, but she was kind of hesitant to tell her as well of what she thinks about when she's healing. Was she going to say, sometimes I think about the person I care about the most, or something that I love, or something like that? Like, why was she hesitant to tell Princess? Like, God, it's just... I think she was going to tell the princess that when you think about somebody you care about the most, or that you love, it usually unlocks the power within. And now we're on despair. 4 of the champions, King Rum and everyone inside the castle, lose their lives when Ganon takes control of the divine beasts and the guardians. Link suffers an unfortunate fate fighting Calamity Ganon alongside Zelda. So Ganon has re-emerged. Ganon is here. Calamity Ganon is here. The champions are mounting their divine beasts and they're on their way to support Link in attempting to defeat Ganon. And Zelda wants to help in some sort of way. But let's just say it wasn't a success. It was a failure. And these are the final moments of our hero and our princess.
How did it come to this? The divine beasts, the guardians, they've all turned against us. It was Calamity Ganon. It turned them all against us. And everyone, Mipha, Urbosa, Revali and Daruk, they're all trapped inside those things. It's all my fault. Our only hope for defeating Ganon is lost. All because I couldn't harness this cursed power.
Constantly blaming herself. Constantly.
Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing. So I really am just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I tried and I failed them all. I left them all to die.
Oh. Like, she put so much pressure on herself. This entire thing, the preparation, the recruiting of the champions, like, she blames herself for everything. That is so hard to watch. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I made you watch that again, but look, it just gives us more of a reason to storm the castle together today, okay? So now we're at recovered memory number 17. Link continues to fight, protecting Zelda from a pack of pursuing guardians, but collapses in exhaustion. Terribly wounded as the guardians close in, Zelda stands against him and finally unleashes her sealing power. This is a climatic moment in the memories. The power that had been sleeping within Zelda for such a long time, waiting to come out, finds its moment. The moment in saving the hero. Here we go.
Save yourself. Go. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Run.
Link will protect to the end. He will give his life for you, Zelda. There it is. The Triforce.
Was that the power? Huh? No, no! Link, get up! You're going to be just fine.
Piano.
The sword. So he can still be saved.
Princess!
Huh?
Princess, are you all right?
Take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. If you don't get him there immediately, we are going to lose him forever. Is that clear? So make haste and go. His life is now in your hands.
Oh my god, dude. That one actually really hit, man. You know, my main intention wasn't to make you cry, but I hope the tears are tears of emotion and happiness from seeing this. Obviously, the story is incredibly sad, and seeing the final moments of Link is incredibly sad as well. But seeing these all again, man, and just seeing everything that I know about this world and its characters now, it's just, like I said, it hits so much harder. It hits so much harder. And now here we are with our final memory of the day, the Master Sword. Zelda entrusts the Master Sword to the Deku Tree. When she attempts to relay a message to Link, the Deku Tree suggests that she simply tell him herself upon his return. So the tree has utmost confidence in Zelda being saved by Link. Utmost confidence. Here we go. Our 18th memory the final memory.
Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still something I must do.
I sense there is great strength in your dedication.
Great CAWTHRAY, I ask of you, when he returns, can you please relay this message? Tell him
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
Look, the Silent Princess flowers as well. I mean, the attention is on a different level in this game. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That was all 23 memories of Breath of the Wild. All together in chronological order, giving a whole new meaning to what these memories mean. And the significance they have to the story. The recruiting of the champions. The controlling of the Sheikah technology, the unlocking of the hidden power within Zelda herself, and the falling of a hero. Leading up to the moment where the hero is finally resurrected 100 years later, to finally defeat Calamity Ganon and save the princess once and for all. I hope you all enjoyed this video that will be going up on YouTube. I hope you had fun with it. I hope this gives you a newfound meaning to what it means to the story of Breath of the Wild. The story of Link, the story of Zelda, the story of the champions, and even the king. This was pretty special, and this just gives me more anticipation and excitement and hype for what is ultimately going to be the climatic conclusion to our journey in Breath of the Wild. The fight against Calamity Ganon. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, make sure you do leave a like on the video, show your support for it, and subscribe as well. Be a member of the community, because it's such a great place to hang out. But I am going to end this video segment here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay geeky, stay cool, be awesome, and be happy, and I'll see you dudes in my next Legend of Zelda video. See you later, dudes.